Hello and welcome to the science fiction double feature podcast, Strayan Films Review, the podcast that's just going to bring a lump of coal along and see if that makes a point. I don't even know. I'm Tim. This is my co-host Terry. Say hello, Terry.
Hello, Terry.
How are you today?
I'm rocking my baby to sleep as we talk.
Okay, superb multitasking there, podcasting and while putting a baby to sleep. And that doesn't go together at all.
A bit like
Right.
Brewing Tapas.
Oh, not this again. Okay, well, let's talk about something other than that. We're going to talk about an Australian film. We're going to review an Australian film that we've both watched. It's a film that is available on Ozflix, the Australian streaming service. The 2010 horror film Uninhabited from the prolific Australian director Bill Bennett. I think it's the first Bill Bennett film I've seen. I don't know about yourself. Uh, two people. I'm having trouble describing them. One's a marine
Man.
biologist, Beth, played by Geraldine Hakewell, and her piece of boy Totty, Harry, go on a holiday to a deserted island off the Great Barrier Reef that they believe is deserted. But then maybe not all is as it seems. No, it's pretty much as it seems. Like there's some horror stuff. They do spend an inordinate amount of this film just camping. I found. I didn't think it was very good. There are many horror films on Ozflix. It seems to be sort of the bread and butter of any film industry is these low budget horror movies. So it's interesting in that regard. So we decided to watch one. This one wasn't very good, I didn't think. What did you think of Uninhabited?
I can see where you're coming from by not being very good, but I still enjoy it. Um, I like how it is a horror film, but instead of being in a dark forest somewhere, it's on a very brightly lit beach, uninhabited paradise beach sort of thing, which I liked. It was a bit of a different way to go with a horror film. I like that. And it felt very much like the Blair Witch Project. That's what I found. I was watching it. It was just very Blair Witchy. And I like the Blair Witch Project, the first one. So I kind of liked it. It was very generic. It was very. It was easier to see where things were going, where things were going to lead. And yeah, so I did like how it was going. I like how it wrapped up. So yes, I would have to say I'm probably in the minority here, but I did like it. But I could see where people could see it being slow and not much actually happening, and no real horror aspects to it. There's no jump scares or anything really like that. It's just they try and build the tension with footprints and dead sea cucumbers. Um, yeah.
It's so dull. Like they spend so much time. We are just watching people camp for a good chunk of the movie. Like it's such a slow burn that it's a slow burn, which means we're just watching people go camping. Then some stuff happens. There's some Russians.
No, I think they're Greek. I think they're Greek.
Oh, but they had AKs. I thought they were Russian. I thought they were like Russian men.
Well, we go with Russian. There's some. They're pirates. Pirates who are shooting fish.
Oh, they are credited as Spyro and Elias. That does sound more Greek.
It sounds Greekish.
I assumed because they were like surly-looking men with an AK-47 for some reason. You run into that all the time on the Great Barrier Reef. I kind of thought they were Russian. Oh dear, that's not good for my language understanding skills. Having said that, it's so. Oh dear. And then yes, there are Russians and Greek men and more threats, more obvious threats, and they just keep camping for the whole movie until very much the very end with this horrible banter. I feel like I suspect that a lot of the dialogue is ad-libbed by people who with no chemistry who don't really know how to ad-lib because they do talk about the size of a turtle for like a non-trivial amount of the screen time. Well, it's not that long, but it is only an 87-minute long movie. So it's just there's no chemistry between Geraldine Haquel. I'm going to go with Haquel. I'm sorry, Geraldine Haquel, that I've butchered your name there. I'm clearly not good with words. And Henry James. There's no chemistry there between the world's most beautiful idiot and someone who is nominally a marine biologist. Oh dear, it's
Wonder if she knows about griffins, like in the marine biologist in Clutch Powers.
The Adventures of Clutch Powers, the other Lego
Yes.
movie. I don't
Yes.
know. She is an Australian marine biologist. I assume she does know about griffins.
Mm. One thing that annoys me, not just in this film, but in every film and in life in general, empty threats. Like, what's his name? Harry just got beaten up by the two Greeks. Yeah, absolutely pummeled by him. And then he's walking off going, I'll be back and I'll get him. I'll get yours. It's like, what are you going to do? These two just already gave you a hiding.
He's gonna
I don't
wave
like
his
empty threats.
amazing facial hair, his combination of eyebrow game and luscious sideburns. I don't know.
Mm.
He's well, not much. Like he's not credited in anything ever again. This is his only film.
So he
So
won't be back.
yeah. Well, they just kind of wandered off as well. So
No, one of them got the ghost got one of them, and they fled
yeah,
back to the ship. And that's another thing. I don't know why the ghost would let them leave. If she's so hell bent
yeah.
on killing men, like men who are visiting this island, I don't know why she'd let both of them leave. Even though one of them was probably mortally injured, still.
Maybe she's not a particularly good. Yeah, we may. Do we want to explain the nominal like what
Why
is the
not?
real?
It's not a great film, so
No,
let's
so it turns out
let's spoil it.
it's quite bad. There is a ghost haunting the island. A Timor Island girl who was killed on the island
She was
by
raped and killed.
he was raped and killed after being bitten by a stonefish.
Yeah, she stood on the stonefish.
Stung by a stonefish, which is awful. And now she's a ghost who just kills everyone. It's and then I didn't understand the ending because then Beth, the only character left alive, Geraldine Haquel's Beth, um, sort of chases the ghost and steps on a stonefish herself, and then uh, becomes a ghost as well, who also wants to get revenge on men. Shouldn't she want revenge on stonefish?
Maybe. I
I don't
can't
really
get
understand
it.
why she co-opted here. It
She
felt like it. Like
she spent a great deal of the movie defending the ghost, saying if this has happened to her, then she'd be wanting revenge and all that too on the
well, that's
men.
fair, but I don't know. Like, why is that now what she'll do forevermore? Like, why doesn't she just like does she have unfinished? Shouldn't she be angry either at the ghost or the stonefish?
Because I would assume the ghost has overheard this, like trying to gain her support, and led her out so she could die, like similar to her with the stonefish. I kind
Oh,
of
so
feel
she's
like she kind of been led out there.
I feel
And
like this is like the dying minutes of the film, though, and I feel like whatever happens at that point has to just kind of click, and the movie has
mm,
to have made it seem natural, like an inevitability, and that's not what happens here. It's just more camping.
yeah, I don't understand because like the guy comes to pick him up, the boat guy who drops him off comes back to pick him up. They kill him too. Like they don't explicitly show that, but they imply it.
It's
I
clearly
don't
not camping.
understand why he gets killed and the Greeks get away. He's the one bringing more men to the island. They should like keep him employed.
I don't know if it's like a. Yeah, I don't know if the ghost is supposed to. The ghost's motives are muddled. Like the ghost has clearly been wronged here. Coral, the ghost, has been wronged, but yeah, I don't understand her overall scheme, as it were. Not that
Mm,
I don't think she has one. I don't think this movie is that complex.
I think it's just the thought that all men are rapists, so let's just kill all the men. And then the one
Uh,
woman who's supporting her cause, yeah, I'll make a friend.
it's a very strange film. Did you notice as well that it was inspired by true events?
I did. I tried to look that up. I couldn't find it.
Yeah, no, I couldn't. I don't know what they were. There's a theory that Bill Bennett once went to an island and then found out it wasn't as deserted as he thought it was, and bam, movie.
He found some other footprints next to his and
Yeah,
went, "Oh, it must be a ghost."
and talked at length about the size of a turtle. Oh, they have no chemistry. They're just awful.
And
Everyone in this movie is useless.
the sea cucumbers were pretty good. I've
The
never
sea
seen sea
cucumbers were quite
cucumbers.
good. No, I haven't either. I still don't think I have because I mean I don't think this movie was particularly well filmed, and I don't think anything was particularly clear.
Mm.
Um,
I didn't think you would appreciate this film. I liked it just for the fact it felt like the Blair Witch movie, except it was very well lit and wasn't handheld camera. So for that, I liked it. Um, and I kind of like Stonefish. They're pretty interesting.
I was going to talk about because, like, as much as I don't like this, my interest in it is that it is the bread and butter of a film industry that just these movies kind of exist and keep people's careers going. So I was going to
Mm.
talk about what some of the cast haven't done anything particularly of any great note since Uninhabited. Bob Baines, who plays the guy on the boat, done stuff in Australian cinema, but not Uninhabited is just one more. But the composer Peter Miller has worked on Rango. The cinematographer Lachlan Milne has worked on Hunt for the Wilder People. I feel like the editor did something. Let me look this up here. The editor went on to work on The Great Gatsby. So there you go. All its flaws and well, hang on, the editor has previously worked on episode 3, but still, it got him a paycheck so he could keep working. That's real good. So yes, like for all the horrible material that this film is and how useless it is and how much you shouldn't watch it, it did keep people. Some people got a paycheck out of it, and from there managed to sustain their careers to go on to do more interesting things. So well done, you, Uninhabited, for existing, regardless of any quality you may or may not have.
Also, something else that grabbed my attention. They're on a deserted island. There is, to their knowledge, there is no one else on this island. They're wearing a lot of clothes for having been on an island by themselves. I found.
That's true. There's some really like bad sex scenes in this film, aren't there? It's just
Oh
kind of
yeah, it's funny.
they're kind of just lying atop each other, and while
Dry humping.
Henry James just kind of lies there, and Geraldine Hakewill does some auditory stuff. It's just, it's just real bad. Just a real bad film
Mm.
on many levels.
I like it still. I like it. I'm not going to fight you on it though. Not like La La Land. I'll fight you on La La Land, but I won't fight you on
We're done.
this.
Would you watch Uninhabited again?
No, I wouldn't. And I don't know if I would recommend it to anybody.
No, no.
If they want to, if they go and say, "Hey, let's go watch the new Blair Witch movie," I'd say, "No, no, go watch Uninhabited," because it is better than the new Blair Witch movie. But yeah, I like it for that respect. I like it for it's a horror film that is very well lit in sunlight. I like it for that.
What's that with? I mean, The Witch was generally pretty well lit.
Yeah, yeah, it was pretty good.
It was much scarier than this.
Well, there's only so much you can do with sliced sea cucumbers.
True. All right. Well, have we wrapped up Uninhabited? Have we said
I
everything?
think so.
Oh, okay, good. Right. So that's Uninhabited. Don't see it. Yes, we have a blog. It's at sfdfmoviereviews.tumblr.com. We're on Facebook at facebook.com/sfdf movie reviews. We're on Twitter at sfdf movie review singular. You can, if you just want to listen to the podcast, you can find us at soundcloud.com/sfdf or wherever good SoundClouds are found. You can also find us on iTunes. Just search SFDF in the iTunes search bar. If you want to email us, you can get to us at in space no one can eat ice cream at gmail.com. And if you want to find links to all these things, because I've said them too fast, or links to a whole bunch of other good stuff, you can find it down the right side of the main blog, which again is sfdfmoviereviews.tumblr.com. All right, that's about it from us. We'll talk to you next time. So say goodbye, Terry.
Goodbye, Terry.
Okay, bye.
Bye.